The United States, officially the most dominant Olympic team in all of team sport history.
And so here we go again. Welcome back to the Dark Times channel. And before I get started, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that like button for me. And if you're not new to the channel and you've been enjoying the content so far on this channel, make sure you guys go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me as well. And so let's go ahead and dive right in. As many of you already know, those of you who watched the game know that the United States managed to squeak out a 1-point victory over France. And the player of the game and the game ball has to go to, without a doubt, A'ja Wilson. She was the best player, hands down, on the floor. Team USA shot 34 free throws, but they should have shot more like 60 free throws. A'ja Wilson was getting hammered. Breanna Stewart was getting hammered. Jackie Young was getting hammered. But like I said, they can't call everything. And that's part of the European game. And it sounds crazy saying that now because everything used to be 180 degrees from what it is now. And ever since the NBA and the WNBA as well implemented new rules that favored more offensive scoring, USA basketball has gotten a lot softer.
What was that? This here's a man's game. Good no call, right?
And so for that reason and that reason alone, it was a good decision to leave Caitlin Clark off this roster, at least for this year. Now, 2028, it's probably going to be a completely different story. You're talking about a Caitlin Clark that's going to be 4 years older, 4 years stronger, 4 years wiser. And so we would hope that her game would translate a little bit better under FIBA rules. And this is the exact same style of defense and style of aggression that a lot of Caitlin Clark fans have an issue with.
I think it's coming from people who don't really know the game and don't understand basketball.
If I'm in the WNBA, if I'm a player, I'm going to go, hold on. I've been here for a minute. You're telling me this newcomer's going to take over the league? I got something for her.
Unnecessary. Kennedy Carter.
And if she's not particularly strong, she's not particularly fast, how am I going to compensate for the fact that she's ultra skilled?
Comes off a pin down here, wide open.
I'm going to try to be physical with her. I've been watching the game closely for the last 8-9 years at every level. WNBA, collegiate, high school, you name it. The women's game is more physical.
And this is exactly how Team USA played in the All-Star game. They got up on Caitlin Clark. They were physical with her. They didn't let her do what she wanted to do. They didn't let her shoot at will. And when you do that to her, you limit her offensive ability.
Caitlin Clark around the back, thought about pulling. Still with some time. Here is Clark. Waits, takes, short.
You turn her into strictly a passer.
Caitlin Clark, she's used to that. Just a dime, dropped inside, nice finish.
We thank you, Holly. A 4-point lead for the national team as
and she passes the ball to the open person. Nothing special about her passes. She just makes the right decisions. She's not going to throw anybody open like this.
for the game, Olivia Miles. Oh, what a find!
But at least it was a drive. Now Miles.
At the O board. Oh my goodness. Angle to that one, and the window was just so small.
What is that?
And no knock and no disrespect to Caitlin Clark, but that's just not her game. She's more of a finesse player at this point in her career. I don't think she'll ever have the physical tools to be a player that can get her shot off at will, like a Steph Curry. Now, Stephen Curry is a finesse player also that doesn't add much value on the defensive end, but the only thing with a player like Steph Curry has the athletic tools to be able to get his shot off at will.
That time it happened 3 times, which led to the open 3.
He's got 18 boards to go with the 20 points.
And that's something that, only time will tell if Caitlin Clark will be able to add that to her game. Either way, she's still going to be one heck of a player, but I don't think she was ready to compete with Team USA in this Olympics. And shout out to Team USA for bringing home the gold and closing the deal, especially A'ja Wilson. She was definitely the difference in this game. She had 21 points and 13 rebounds, shot 50% from the field, and like I said, she was the only one really putting the ball in the hole, especially in that starting unit. She outscored the whole starting unit by herself. And so without A'ja Wilson, they definitely would have lost. And for a lot of these women, this is going to be the last time and the last chance they have to represent Team USA, because come 2028, there's a lot of women that won't be on this roster. I don't think Chelsea Gray is going to be on this roster. She's 31 years old as we speak. Brittany Griner at 33, I don't think she's going to be on the roster. Breanna Stewart's 29, but she's kind of slowing down a little bit by her standards, and so who knows, she may or may not be there. And you got Diana Taurasi, she's 42 years old as we speak. She's probably somebody that shouldn't have been on the roster, but I don't blame them for putting her on the roster. I know exactly why they did it. She deserves to be there. She earned it. She's putting her dues. She's bounced back and forth between leagues, going overseas and playing in the WNBA because the money didn't add up. And so you have to have a lot of respect for players like that. You have to show a lot of respect to players like that, players that laid the foundation for women like Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark to come into the WNBA and to be able to earn the money that they're going to be able to earn throughout their careers. And so I think they did the right thing. And then another player that's not going to be on the roster is probably Alyssa Thomas. That's somebody that I thought probably shouldn't have been on this roster as well. I thought a perfect replacement for her would have been Angel Reese. Somebody that can rebound better than her, somebody that can defend better than her, and somebody that can put the ball in the hole a little bit better than her. And so there's definitely going to be room for some more ladies come 2028. But that's all I have for this one. Make sure you guys go ahead and drop a comment in the comment section below. And as usual, peace and chaos.